and welcome back. Today I'm reviewing the brand new 2023 Hyundai i20 Under the Rain. This is a very popular car in Lebanon and I'm so glad it finally got a redesign for this model year. It first came out in 2008 and has been a success ever since. Let me show you what it's all about.
Hyundai has no doubt been upping its game in the past few years, making its small and affordable cars as appealing as ever. The new i20 is here, and I was curious to see what Hyundai's B segment is offering in its base trim level. It's a practical little city car with decent space for tall people and a fair amount of cargo area when folding the whole back seats. I appreciate the smart design accents here and there, and the paint choice on this example fits it perfectly with the rims. As an entry-level model, you get halogen head and taillights, a few empty buttons in the cabin, along with a conventional switchblade key that is compact, but the rear view camera and rear sensors are on the menu.
So jumping inside the interior of the new Hyundai i20, first thing I want to mention is the door sound. Look how solid that feels. Big thumbs up. You can see we have the new Hyundai steering wheel with the 4-spoke design. We've been seeing it on the more expensive models and I'm glad it had an appearance on the i20. On the left we have controls for the multimedia to control that center screen, and then on the right, reset and trip for your tiny little screen. In front we have analog gauges with a checkered flag, and I kind of like their design. They're pretty cute and small. Everything is clear and easy to read, honestly, and this trip button allows you to scroll between the various information that you want displayed, including fuel economy. And then in the center, I really appreciate the housing that they've done for the center screen and how it's connected to the instrument panel. It does have wired Apple CarPlay, which is nice to see. Now, this screen is not my favorite infotainment system in the world, to be honest, but I mean, it's not slow, so there's that, and it's pretty easy to use. We have buttons to raise the volume on here. I don't really like that beeping sound. I think you can remove it. And you know, since this is a budget car, you will have these old school dials for your climate control. Personally, I don't mind. It's nice having those, using them, but I mean, yeah, it kind of feels weird in 2023. It's cool in this car that once you jump in it, you'll know exactly how to use everything inside. Nothing is overcomplicated. In fact, you do have a 12-volt power outlet in the center, and then your trusty old gear selector over here, again with the nice leather at the bottom. Feels really nice in your hands, by the way. And in terms of interior design and layout, we have to appreciate this design over here for the passenger and how it's connected to the air vents. Now, the roof isn't made of the most expensive material and you don't have any reading lights in the center. This, I feel like, is a cutout for something to add on the higher trim levels, but I mean, in this kind of basic model, you do not get any buttons or, you know, to control the lights of the doors when you open them and whatnot. So yeah, it's a pretty basic interior. And honestly, I'm glad that he gave me the basic model. I guess a lot of you guys want to see, you know, what you get for your money without having to spend extra on your i20. So yeah, trust the old handbrake as well with 2 cup holders. Let me just try it out. Where's my bottle? My 0.8 water bottle. It actually fits. What? Okay, this is impressive. I did not expect it to fit. You have 2. One is smaller than the other. It's pretty nice. Even the door bins, honestly, can easily fit my water bottle. And then finally, opening up the glove box. That is actually really wide. You know, there's a lot of stuff to include, and this is the connection for your CarPlay that I mentioned earlier.
Alright then, so what's it like driving the new i20? Well, it's a very comfortable car. The seats, they do hold you in nice, and they're very nice cloth seats. I really like the material used, honestly. It feels really nice sitting inside this car. The steering response is also nice. Now, this car is lightweight, so I mean, it's nice to maneuver around. It's not, you know, difficult to drive. But I have to say, it isn't the most powerful thing in the world. I mean, I'm gonna floor it right now on this uphill. So yeah, I mean, it's not a powerful engine, and you may have slight issues when you're overtaking. I mean, that's my personal opinion. It does only 100 horsepower, but I mean, yeah, it's a small city car, so you don't really need more than that, and it's very fuel efficient. And guys, it's an easy car to live with. It's such a smooth car. Everything is right to your reach and you'll know exactly how to use it, especially if you're buying it as your first car. Nothing too complicated. That center screen is so clear, very easy to use, and having Apple CarPlay is a big thumbs up, honestly, in my opinion. And these climate control stuff, some may say they're, you know, dated and old school, but I mean, they work amazingly well. They're very simple. Instead of having, you know, a menu in that screen and you have to change it every time through that touch screen, everything is right to your reach over here. You can park it anywhere you want, and I highly recommend it if you're looking for a first car, honestly. It does sit right up there for the options under $20,000. And I mean, mentioning the small details that I like to have in this car, the analog gauges, which is always nice to see. I mean, again, I'm sick of those digital dials, but again, since it's not a very well optioned car, we don't have a center armrest, which, you know, I kind of dislike. I like having something to rest my elbow on, and the windows aren't fully automatic even for the driver. And brakes, let's try the brakes. So yeah, you can see that ABS worked pretty damn well. Obviously we have wet roads, but I mean, it did amazing. Stopping time was better than I expected, honestly. And so yeah, overall I do recommend this car, as I mentioned, especially if it's a first car. You want something that's affordable, easy to use, easy to live with, and is very, very fuel efficient. I mean, that's like the big title on this thing. It just doesn't use up fuel. I mean, and you know, in terms of sound deadening, it isn't the most refined, right? Obviously, let's be honest. But I mean, yeah, it's nothing that's too annoying, but you can obviously hear that engine doing its thing in front of you. My final verdict is that the i20 should definitely be on top of your list when looking for an affordable city car. Hyundai's reputation and reliability speak for themselves. Add to that a fuel-efficient and compact body, all wrapped up in a funky new design. You've got yourself an appealing package.